Imagine Kent, Ohio in the 1900s. Automobiles rolled into town for the first time, Kent State University was just being built, and businesses flourished in this turn-of-the-century industrial town. College Avenue, that link between downtown and the new campus, wasn't just any other street. It was as if College Avenue knew it had an iconic future. It was a neighborhood of families, kids, and houses, and created memories for more than a century. Now, 12 houses, homes, soon face their death, the wrecking ball and bulldozer for the birth of a new police station.
I remember growing up in 225 College right there, and I remember taking my training wheels off my little bicycle. And
Steve Molesky grew up on College Avenue, and he remembers it well. His grandfather owned his home on College Avenue, and so did Molesky's parents own theirs. Eventually, his family would own 7 houses on College Avenue, renting them to college students. 4 of his houses are among the 12 being taken for the new police project, as shown here in this architecture rendering. Confronted with the city's intention to take the properties through eminent domain court proceedings, Molesky settled. He lost his battle to save the 4, but walked away with roughly $1,366,000 and saved all his memories.
Haymaker Parkway was my backyard. There was an older couple that lived here, double driveways. I remember the college students that lived upstairs.
Molesky didn't think the city offered him a fair price and had his properties appraised again. The city of Kent and Molesky met in the middle on the dollars and avoided a court battle, but Molesky says he still lost.
This is like taking away one of my kids. I've had them longer than my kids, and I've put a lot of sweat, equity in it, but a lot of pride. And they weren't for sale. I've been offered money. I've been offered to sell these year after year after year. Investment companies come and ask me. Why? Because it's probably the most valuable land in the city. It's across from a $100 million complex. And I don't want to sell it. But I had to. They forced me. There's nothing you can do.
Kent residents passed a tax levy in 2012 to build the new police station. While no one will say it officially, some people believe that one of the reasons the city eventually chose the College Avenue location was to decrease College Avenue partying, for which the street had become known. College Fest, an annual rite of spring, was stopped after 2012 when tear gas, rubber bullets, and mass arrests were signs that partying on College Avenue was out of control and embarrassingly close to Kent's new multi-million-dollar downtown. With the new police station dominating College Avenue, it's hard to imagine College Fest street parties ever again. Kent Police spokesperson Lieutenant Pruscia said they can think of the placement as crime prevention. Officially, he's excited for the new building because the current building is outdated and no longer meets State of Ohio jail code requirements.
The current building was never designed to be a police department. It was built as a fire department, and it's been added on and changed over the years, and it's not efficient.
Molesky's fight may have been lost several years ago, as Kent State University started buying properties into downtown Kent and expanded the university esplanade directly into downtown in 2007.
And it's not going to stop. There's still a lot more to come, so it's exciting.
Heather Malarczyk, the executive director of Main Street Kent, sees more expansion and remodeling of downtown Kent only natural for the progress made to continue.
Really created kind of a cohesive, very friendly environment, and I think that's really important for our community, the people who live here, you know, having a relationship with the student population and the faculty. It's the other half of our population, and we're all just coming together now.
Between the university's property purchases and now the houses being torn down to make way for the new city police station, the end of College Avenue's iconic role is near. Many students have been forced to move. Residents like Chelsea Lamonge love their home and don't want to leave.
Honestly, I was really upset, and my parents are not happy either. Because if I would have known that this was getting knocked down before I moved in it this year, I wouldn't have lived here, because I hate moving, and there's just so much to move, and it's just such a hassle.
Lamonge said all her neighbors tried to fight against the city, but there is nothing they can do. Having to find a new place to live in an already crowded college town was not easy for these residents.
So it really was inconvenient, and plus the location's so good. So it was just a really big burden, and we're really upset.
Many are upset the era of College Avenue will change and give the street a whole new meaning. Lamonge, Molesky, and the rest of the College Avenue community convey the same sad emotion for watching the properties die.
Shame they have to go, but I guess not one person shouldn't stand in front of progress. It's gonna be sad to see them go.